In this video, I'll be digging a little deeper into some of the same scriptures as my video Summer is Nigh. I started my Bible study reading in Acts when I come across a scripture that led me to read Joel. As I began to read Joel, I found this information. Now in this video, I will be jumping backwards just a little bit in the timeline. I read Acts chapter 2 verse 16, and it says, "But this is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel." So I began to read Joel. In this video, I will start with Joel. Now, beginning in Joel chapter 2, it says, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains, so shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pained, and all faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his way, and they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses, they shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army. For his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it?" And now I want to read Revelation 9. And this is the 3 woes, or the last 3 trumpets of the 7. It says, "And the 5th angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months, and their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man. And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them." Now, for time's sake, I did not read to you all of Joel 1, but if you look back and you read it, it does mention the locusts and the destruction that they bring before the coming of the Lord. It says, "The word of the Lord that came to Joel the son of Pethuel, hear this, ye old men, and give ear, all ye inhabitants of the land. Hath this been in your days, or even in the days of your fathers? Tell ye your children of it, and let your children tell their children, and their children another generation. That which the pale worm hath left hath the locust eaten, and that which the locust has left hath the cankworm eaten, and that which the cankworm has left hath the caterpillar eaten. Awake, ye drunkards, and weep, and howl, all ye drinkers of wine, because of the new wine, for it is cut off from your mouth. For a nation is come up upon my land, strong and without number, whose teeth are the teeth of a lion, and he hath the cheek teeth of a great lion. Now, jumping to Joel 1:15, it says, Alas for the day of the Lord is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come. So we see that both Joel and Revelation mention the locusts and the destruction that they bring with them. They both mention a time of darkness. Joel 2:8 says, When they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Revelation 9:5 says, And to them it was given that they should not kill them. So we see in both that they cannot be killed, but they live to bring torment for 5 months. Now, on to 9 verse 7. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on their heads were, as it were, crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men, and they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions, and they had breastplates, as it were breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings was as the sound of chariots, of many horses running to battle, and they had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. And the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying to the 6th angel which had the trumpet, Loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day, and a month and a year, for to slay the 3rd part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000,000, and I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth, and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire, smoke, and brimstone. By these 3 was the 3rd part of men killed, by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth, and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils, and idols of gold, and silver, and brass, and stone, and of wood, which neither can see, nor hear, nor walk. Neither repented they of their murders, nor their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts. So you see, the description in Joel 1 and 2 of those who will come in the end times before the day of the Lord fits the same description in Revelation 9. So that helps us to understand where Joel and Acts fit into the Revelation timeline. And as we move on in Revelation 10 describes the unsealing of the book, or the giving of knowledge. The start of Revelation 11 describes the 2 prophets and their death. Revelation 11:14 begins the last woe. So in my opinion, this timeline tells us that Revelation plays out in perfect chronological order as it is written. Revelation 10:7 clearly states, But in the days of the voice of the 7th angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of God should be finished, as he has declared to his servants the prophets. So we see that the 7th trumpet ends the mystery. So the information is given with the 7th trumpet.
I used to walk this road alone. I used to fight with sticks and stones. But now I know what I believe. This battle's won on my knees. I pray, even when the lights go out and the darkest cloud tries to hold me down. I pray, even when I don't know why in my head